good? Okay. Wait, I want this to be a fancy intro today. That was so fucking extra. That was so extra.
I love it though.
Welcome back to the Modern Queer Podcast. It's your host Xzavier V Simon here today, and I have an amazing guest with me today. I have Furillostar, everybody. Furillostar. Oh, this nigga you real loud up in
I was loud.
He was real loud. For those
Hello.
who don't know,
Hello. Yeah, I'm
the
loud.
one and only Furillostar. Furillo is probably the best and brightest queer pop star here in Flint, if not the only.
I'm like 99.99% sure it's only.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I appreciate that so much.
Yeah,
Thank
I mean,
you.
there could be others out there, but we just haven't heard from you. So I got Furillostar with us on this episode of the Modern Queer Podcast to talk about all things.
We talking about everything.
Everything.
Everything. You already know what the fuck going on.
And we're getting real gay with it, too. So I hope y'all ready today to get gay. I hope you ready, Miguel, to get gay. Just
Let me put my mic back. I'm loud.
Coming from a straight man, we'll be able to get as gay as we need to in here.
see,
That's beautiful, Miguel.
the acceptance. And
Damn
the
it.
love. I'm here for it. So, how you been? It's been a minute since we talked. I think the last time we talked was over the summer when I had did your Flintside article, which just so happened to land during Pride Month.
I know, right?
I just want you to know that was extremely coincidental. But yeah, like just hanging out and talking and writing your article and getting them photos, them hilarious photos. Shout out to Jen Veloso with the coochie shot photos.
Jen. She's a sweetheart.
Every day. Love her to death. So yeah, like I think that was like the last time we really like had a conversation. So like what's been going on since June of this year?
June of this year. I mean, a lot kind of happened after that. A lot of shows happened. Performing a lot with Brila, my sister, my baby.
Right. Shout out to Brila.
Yeah. It's so funny. We be like, we went on a little Flint tour because we were like somewhere everywhere.
Yeah, y'all were at the Concrete Jungle.
Concrete Jungle. We did
Flint
the
Local.
Flint Local. We did the Water Festival.
Then y'all were like Glizzy Fest.
We did Glizzy Fest.
Damn, y'all really happened there.
We did a lot. Yeah, we did a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? That with that #1 Flint Platinum single. But no, yeah. But other than that, I took some time. I just kind of relaxed. To be honest, I kind of injured myself. Oddly,
Yes, you did.
and so I think Baby Jesus has a way of
That baby Jesus.
telling you to slow your ass down. You know
Just
what I
a little
mean?
bit, just a
Yeah.
little
And I think it was just like, okay, slow down. You're kind of doing a lot right now. So, I just been chilling and I got in the studio. And I feel like I just been creating some of the best music I think I've ever created. No.
Well, yeah, because I think all of us have been seeing the numerous pics of you in the studio on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
You talking about that you had finally got your own studio and got in a space where you could create what you said feels like the best music you've created in your life.
Exactly. It's so corny because you hear artists get on TV or get on YouTube or wherever they are in interviews and say that shit all the time. And like even as an artist, you look at it and be like, yeah, okay, yeah, But then when it happens to you, you're like, damn, that's really real. Like,
I know what the fuck they talking about.
They know what they talking about because that shit really happens like that. Yeah. So like that's literally what.
So like, what makes this feel like you're making the best music of your life? Because that's a bold statement to make because you have a lot of singles out with a lot of different people. So like, what makes this process different than all others?
Being 150% comfortable with who I am.
Basically, translation, because I had to do translations for the last
What's the
episode.
translation?
Translation is he unapologetically black and gay in this bitch.
You know what?
And you motherfuckers better beware.
Gang. No,
Gang in this motherfucker. Queer gang.
No, yeah. That's exactly it, though. That's exactly it. I think, like, even like I feel like my my previous music, I love it. I feel like it's really good.
Right.
But there was still always like a don't want to do that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Don't want to go there.
Yeah.
There was still like a limit. Me and Bree just been in the studio and we just like fuck limits. Like I don't want any limits. I want to say whatever I want to say.
Yeah, because I think looking at the advent of because we now we living in a Lil Nas X timeline of life.
I know, right?
Looking
shout
at
out, baby.
shout out to the industry, baby. I think now with this timeline, and not just him, I think me and Jesse talked about this. I think Troy Sivan,
love
right,
Troy Sivan,
right, and I'm
yeah.
like, I don't think he get enough credit for the shit that he doing. And maybe that's because he a white dude. I don't know.
Maybe because maybe it is it. Yeah, because I think it's different when you see someone that looks like you.
This is true because I don't think we haven't had something like that for the black community in a while. But shit, I almost forgot where I was going with that point. But yeah, we live in a society that's now moving towards acceptance in a lot of ways.
Exactly.
We still have work to do. I mean,
of course,
still got a lot of work.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's like fuck it. Like if Lil Nas X can do what he does like on a global level,
right.
like there should be no reason why
there
you
should
should
be
have
no
any
reason,
fear,
right?
reservations why
that's literally
you shouldn't.
That literally was the thought process. It's so different when you see someone that looks like you doing it, and the confidence and the boost that it gives you. Like that's why I said like shout out Lil Nas because like he's really really doing it.
Yeah. I mean, really, definitely, what I would like to see from his run in this industry, later on, is more. We have more and more representation because I think we look at the. Let me backtrack. I think people in general look at the queer community in such a narrow, monolithic way.
Yes.
And there are so many different forms and different ways and versions and varieties that this can look like, right?
Exactly.
And, I think Lil Nas X is doing a great job of it. I think we look at his evolution from Old Town Road to Montero, Call Me By Your Name, to Industry Baby, right?
Right.
Showcasing this balance between masculine gender, and gender norms,
very gender norm,
and femininity, and being tops, the little age old, are you a top, are you a bottom kind of thing, just all of that kind of stuff. I think he just sort of, putting on his head, right? And I think it's so necessary. And I'm like, yeah, fucking Furillostar, fuck this shit up.
Exactly.
Talk your shit about these niggas out here. Talk about these motherfuckers who gay on the low. we gonna get to that status in a second, yo. We gonna get to that. I'm reserving that status for a later date.
That's hilarious.
So like, how is it being in the studio now and having this newfound freedom and this newfound confidence? Like, what sort of sounds and what sort of experimentation are you doing?
Yeah, like it's been like so fun. Like even the way we write, the way me and Brila write together, it's always been fun. But now that I'm like no limitations, let's speak freely, right? It's been super fun, man. And
now
like
I
a lot
gotta ask now because I've been drinking, y'all, so I'm about to ask a little extra questions.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
what do you mean speak freely?
Speak freely. I think sometimes I'm a human being, right? I have sexual experiences,
yes,
right?
we do.
And I've always, even in like my all of my old songs, like I felt like there's been like spots sexually where it's kind of like, oh, he said a little something, but never anything like, in like detail and like
what's detail?
Detail.
What's
What I'm
detail?
saying? Detail. You know what I'm saying? When, where, how.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
But yeah, and I think I know that what we've been doing lately, we just been speaking very freely, opening up, being, about, being sexual and intimate.
That's because one of the keywords of the day, y'all, will be sexual and intimate. Ooh, I like intimate. This is the ASMR section once again.
Wait, that happened already?
We had that a little bit last podcast. We had a lot happening last podcast. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna hold you. We
man.
had a lot happening.
Man.
But I think that's so necessary, like especially exploring the boundaries of or the limits or the lack of limits of like
Yeah.
queer intimacy, right? And queer
Exactly.
relationships and the queer
Exactly.
experience, right?
Exactly.
Like
And you know what? Not sorry not to cut you off, but
no, you
like
good.
I'm not scared to make people feel uncomfortable
Good,
anymore.
good,
You know what I
good,
mean? Like that was
good,
always my thing. Like
good.
even in a setting like not even in music. Let's just take music off the equation for
Right,
a
let's talk
second.
about life.
Yeah, I will always, if I'm in a room full of, especially doing music, I find myself in a room with a lot of straight men,
Yeah,
Or
straight
like-
hood, straight hood niggas.
straight hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? For like a lot. You know what I mean? And so
a lot.
yeah, so I will always because I feel like I still was myself, but just there still was like a part of me that was like, okay, when I walk in here, let me tone down just a tad,
Yeah.
so I don't make any of these motherfuckers feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, let's not be, let's not be super gay.
Exactly.
Let's
Whereas
be
like
tolerable.
now
gay.
I'm like, nobody fucking turn themselves down for me. You know what I mean?
mm,
Nobody gives a fuck if I'm uncomfortable
mm,
in a room full of hood niggas or not, pulling out guns and shit. Nobody gives a fuck.
talking about the women that they done slept with,
Exactly.
the baby mamas they had.
Exactly. Nobody gives. You know what I mean? Nobody cares. So I feel like it took me a really long time to get there, but. Once I got there, let's just like, I'm not scared to make people feel uncomfortable anymore. You're either going to listen to my music and love it, you're either going to listen to it and hate it, or you're not going to listen to it at all. And
Right.
all three of those are fine.
Right. Because I think it's so amazing, right? Not amazing. Let me take that word back. But I think it's so interesting. Ooh, I was like, ooh. I think it's so interesting, like the double standards and all of this, right?
100%,
Like,
yeah.
like literally what you say, like you can be queer and walk into a room full of straight people and just sort of like feel like you have to tone yourself down because,
Exactly.
well, I mean, not just because to not make anybody uncomfortable, but there is like a fear that you in this space, you might be verbally assaulted or physically assaulted
Exactly.
at
Yeah,
that. So
exactly.
there is that.
On top of that, yeah. So it's wanting to make people comfortable, being fearful, not knowing what's gonna happen. It's so much mentally, and I don't even think people talk about that shit a lot either. Like,
No, it's a whole mental emotional game
definitely a
that's
mental,
happening,
emotional at that
right?
point, yeah.
Because it's like I think for a lot of queer individuals, just in general, right? Like acceptance is huge and acceptance is critical, right? Until we get to a point where we be like, fuck that shit. I don't need anybody else's validation. I'm just gonna do me and be loud and free about it, right?
Exactly.
But that's a process to get there.
That's a process.
But like in the process, right? It's a process, y'all. But in the process of getting there, right? Like you are self-policing.
Oh wow.
In major ways, like
Yeah.
okay, like did I move? If my body language too gay, is my voice too gay? Like how is my image looking?
Hit it on the nose.
No, I mean these are real true facts.
Yeah,
Like
hit it
do
on the
I got
nose.
too big of a switch in this motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like am I
Exactly.
what sort of verbiage and terminology am I using in these different spaces? Am I walking out like, what up, girl? How you doing, bitch? What's tea? Yes, or am I coming like, what up, y'all? Like, how y'all doing? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
it's sort of like the duality of like code switching, like when you walk in a majority white spaces,
Or being at work.
being at
your job,
or getting them phone calls from the bill collectors, and then
I also think that's what makes you mentally tired because you are code switching. You're not 100% being yourself, so you're always you're aware. It's like it's at the front. It's at the front of the forefront, So when you do get off work, you be like exhausted because you've been there 8-10 hours.
Right.
Pretending.
Right. Wearing a whole ass mask.
Yeah.
So like, how have you come to that level of acceptance and sort of internal self-validation, right? Because again, that is a process.
Yeah.
And that can be a long process. Like you're in your early to mid 20s, but some people may not find that till late 30s and 40s.
Yeah. What I think happened is, a few things I think happened. I think the people that I have around me, I have a really good solid people around me that express how much they love, we love each other and have love for each other.
That's support.
Support group and just being who we are. individually as people. So I feel like that's one. Another thing is I think understanding that getting to know yourself and understanding that first.
That is critical. You got to know who you are.
Yeah,
You got to know who you are.
And once I was comfortable with myself outside of like my career and things like that, I think that's when it started to be like, okay, now I can take this person, now I can take Carl, right?
Shout out to the government name.
Shout out to the government name, you know what I'm saying? And put Carl into who Furillostar is.
I can't wait. I can't wait for whatever new music you about to drop because
I can't wait either.
I'm gonna be curious to know, or just to listen and be able to visualize in my mind who Carl is as a manifestation of Furillo. Like,
come on,
I'm here for it. And I think so. One thing that I don't think I asked you about, maybe I did, but maybe not directly. Like I'm about to ask you right now is,
what's that?
I feel like you and me, on some level, have similar experiences in the sense that it takes a lot of balls, right? It takes, as my friend Kendall would say, it takes somebody with some cojones to be the first in something, and especially be the first black and queer, right? Because that's a lot in and of itself, right?
Exactly.
And so, I look at myself with the Modern Queer magazine, like nothing like that has happened here in the city. And I needed to have a comfortability in myself to be able to do something like that.
Exactly.
Right. And not care about, social media likes or shares or things like that. Just understanding what my mission is. And, I
come on, mission.
Well,
can we get church music playing in the back right here?
That's not church. That's not church.
It was almost.
It was almost. I need the piano and the organ playing. That's what in the drums.
Mm-hmm,
But I mean, like I juxtapose that to you and your life and what you represent for Black queer people here, and to see like you are, the first to be on this level that you are, right? And even though it might not have been the most comfortable thing,
that's true.
there might have been a whole lot of growing pains with that. You still stuck with it at the end of the day, and that takes a lot of cojones. So, like, how does it feel in a sense being the first, or feeling like you are paving the way for the next generation of Black queer music artists here in the city?
I'm so glad you asked me that, because a couple of days ago, me and Brila and another friend of mine, my other best friend, who's also an amazing songwriter, but we were in the studio and that topic kind of came up, and at first I had never thought about it before. I never thought about it like that, and then I was like, oh damn, that shit, that is kind of what I'm doing,
Right.
And I've always been a leader in everything I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I didn't want to be the leader,
I think that happens.
Ironically,
you sort of just pushed into that.
I was always just kind of pushed into being a leader in everything I've done. And so when the conversation came up and I thought about it, I was just like, okay, well, if that's what it's gonna be, then I really want to do this shit now.
Right.
I really want to do it because I want another 12-year-old, 13-year-old little boy, queer Black little boy, to be able to turn on BET. Well, videos don't even come on TV no more.
They show don't.
Y'all get what I'm saying, right? Oof. Be able to go on YouTube or turn on the TV and turn on the Billboard Awards. You know what I mean? And be able to say like, oh my gosh, like he Black and he gay. You know what I mean? At 13, I feel like that would have done so much for me.
Oh, listen, tell me about it. That would have done
so much for me.
Tell me about it, like
and don't get me wrong, like I feel like the artists that that I'm inspired by, they did do a lot.
Yeah, because I remember your top 5 was Britney, Michael, Janet, Justin Timberlake, and Chris Brown.
Yeah.
I would say I would say probably not so much Chris and Justin, but definitely Michael, Janet, and Britney have came for the gays in more ways than one.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think I hit the mic. I think it's like Chris Brown. Well, it's a few more than you said 5, but it's a few more guys than that because there's Usher. Like,
Right.
I was a huge fan of Usher. I was obsessed. I copied and learned everything.
Come on now.
Every video,
Come on,
right?
Usher.
You know, and I think because I saw a part of me, right? Black singer. You know what I mean? I saw a part of me, but I still didn't see like
right.
the whole, you know? And so that's a soundbite.
That's
the whole.
The whole. I mean, but that's we pause on that one, y'all. Pause. True, but pause, cause I'm like,
sorry.
We listen. Nothing is off topic or off limits on this podcast, and
But yeah,
the last episode taught me that very well.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It taught me that very well.
Great.
But I mean, like, I think so. Just to put everything in context, right? Like, we come from like the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, this is when like we had MTV and VH1 and BET when they were showing music videos. You know, we had 106 in Park, and TRL.
Yeah. Shout out to 106 in Park. You know what I'm saying?
And Behind the Music. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh my God.
I missed
Behind the Music.
Behind the Music.
Remember the diary? That was like,
yes,
you
MTV
know,
Diary. Yes.
You have no idea.
You know, we grew up in that sort of music world or that sort of culture, right?
Yeah.
And it was very few far in between, if at all, that you ever saw like the whole.
Right.
Represented in that fashion, right? Like,
right.
I think for me, like the first time I saw something gay on television was Degrassi. I think
Ooh.
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Degrassi, and it was just like bits and pieces because I don't think Degrassi came on like regular television back then.
No, it didn't. It did not.
It didn't. So it was I don't know.
Had special.
You had
your mama had money.
Okay, it would be like I would see like little clips, and what was his name? Like from the first, his name was Marco. Marco from Degrassi. Like that was like one of the first few references. I was like, oh shit, this is. And he wasn't white. He was Hispanic.
He was Hispanic.
He was Hispanic. And I was like, oh shit, with a storyline.
A few of them. He had a few of them.
He had a few storylines.
He had a few of them. Yeah.
And you know, then it went from MTV had like Room Raiders and Undressed. Right, and Real World.
These were amazing shows. But okay, keep going.
Truly a lot of shit we was watching that we probably didn't have no business watching back then.
I know, right?
No business watching.
No, because they were like promiscuous type shows. Like,
True.
Yeah.
And Next.
Oh my God, I love Next.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like the next thing would probably be like the Real World is when Real World Road Rules. Damn, these shows don't even come on TV no more. That's crazy.
No.
You know, watching the Real World is like. It was like, wow, like there's, they were white, but it was just like, wow. Until we got Karamo.
Exactly.
Exactly. It was just like, okay, what is this? And then, then we had like Queer as Folk. And then, I started learning about like what happened with Matthew Shepard and like all of that kind of stuff. Like all that came from like MTV,
yeah.
like literally. Like
they were trying to teach us. They really were.
They were trying to teach us something.
Yeah.
And then, again, looking back at a lot of music artists at the time, Janet and Britney was always coming for the gays.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I was like, it was always like a lot of female pop stars that knew they were connected to the community and they expressed, their love and showed support and did all of that, but there still was like no black male.
Yeah. It was rough back in them times. Jesus Christ, it was rough. Like, and then it was like it was like you couldn't even it wasn't even there was no bisexual anything.
No.
Like you had to identify as straight or gay. Like there was no in between in this. Like niggas wasn't having it. Like what does that mean?
I remember being in a group when I was 13 and that being like a conversation, like y'all too soft,
Yeah.
And even right there, I was 13 then, and the only thing at 13 I wanted to do was, like I just wanted to fucking sing and dance and perform, what I mean?
Right.
Like, why does that even be a thing,
Right.
And even at 13, like, well, no, let me stop lying. I was about to say I haven't had an experience at 13, but I definitely did. Anyway. But
welcome to the gay life.
Exactly. I just remember that being a thing, and even then I knew it was wrong. Even at 13, I was like, that doesn't really make sense. But okay, whatever, and I think that's what started the the hardship of like not 100% being comfortable with myself at 13, just by somebody telling me.
You
Well,
too
it wasn't
soft.
just me, but it was a group of us. But like, you know what I'm saying, y'all too soft.
Like, let's dive into that.
Y'all come off a little fruity.
Right? Like,
You
let's
know?
dive into that a little bit, because I know, like, I was talking, like, the very first person who I interviewed on here was Arlon. And we was talking about this thing of, like, masculinity and stuff,
Yeah.
right? And it was so funny. I had everybody laughing, and Miguel was there, too. And I was like, y'all don't even realize we just did something so gay. I was like, Arlon, we sat in your car. I was like, I watched the three of y'all pass a blunt around, sharing the same blunt, and we in the car listening to Solange. I'm like, that's gay. Exactly my point. I'm like, that's gay. But yet y'all have like, quote unquote heterosexual men in general have, or not, let's not even say heterosexual men, heterosexual people.
Yeah.
In general, have the right to say, you know, what is soft and what is hard, and yet do things like, okay, don't even take it that. Let's just take it back to like high school days in the locker room with niggas smacking each other's on the ass with towels and
All the time.
nut checking niggas.
All the time.
Like, if that's not the gayest
All the
shit
time.
ever, I don't know what is.
And I never did it. I was like, I never did shit like that.
Never.
But I'm the gay motherfucker here. That's
Let's listen. Let's
gay.
talk about it. Let's talk about it. Like the double standard of it all.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, y'all literally like punching each other in the nuts for what? For what? Y'all slap. But if I do it, then we got a problem.
It's an issue.
But like 5 of your homeboys can smack you on the ass and be
Yeah.
joking about it, but it means something when I do it.
You basically got a train ran on you at that point.
Listen, I need you
Right?
to. I need somebody. Look into that and say that. I'm gonna say it, you basically got a train ran on you,
I feel like
and now you mad because a 6 nigga want to do it, who might actually enjoy it. Now you got a problem with it. Get it together.
his limit was 5. That's it.
His limit was 5.
That's it.
But like, but that fucks up like your mentality, right? Like
It
your
really
mental
does.
emotional
Yes.
state, right? Because
It really does. Because from there on out, I had this concept of I couldn't in my career,
Mhm.
I had to be someone else.
Mm,
Like starting at 13,
mm.
you know, and it lasted a really long time.
It does.
It took me a
last
really long time to get to that concept of when the camera's on, I have to be somebody else. And I think that was the disconnect. I feel like from people, because I always wonder, I was like, how come nobody's listening? How come nobody? You know, I'm gonna be honest. I used to always just blame it on Flint. You know, Flint only like rap, which is, don't get me wrong, 98% still
which is
just true.
partly true. That's not untrue.
It's not untrue, but you know, that's what I thought the disconnect was, and I didn't realize until much later that the disconnect was I wasn't being myself. I wasn't allowing the people that possibly could like me to even like me.
You wasn't giving them the opportunity to get to know the real you.
Exactly.
Which, but see, that goes back to that sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't,
100%.
fear-based
Exactly.
mentality,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like you learn very quickly that you can't be yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And you talking about you learned that at 13.
13. I was taught that at 13.
You know what I mean?
Actually, yeah, it was 13. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, well, if I learned this at 13 and I'm carrying this now into my 20s, like, and nobody, like, I haven't stopped long enough to really like unpack that and deal with that, then you are gonna get exactly what you talked about, like that
Exactly.
disconnect.
It was a huge disconnect. Yeah, and I just think
Yeah.
it took a while to unlearn. I feel like we learn a lot of. I mean, even we learn. We're taught so
True.
much bullshit
True.
throughout life.
True. And
You know,
self-hate is a real thing.
Self-hate is a real thing. Yeah, you know. So as I say, I had to unlearn all the bullshit that I was told, and look at how things are done today. You know, when you have things like TikTok and platforms like YouTube, where there's literally people being themselves
every day,
you know,
all day
on
and
YouTube. Motherfuckers get paid literally to
True.
just low key do what we're doing now. You know what I mean? Just talk to the camera and be themselves, and they go, and then and they do facial morning routines and facial night routines.
Right,
and, you know what I mean? And when I started to see that, I started to kind of. It still took a little while, but when I started to see it more, and I was just like, dang, like it really don't matter. It really doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So I had to unlearn all the stupid shit I was taught, trying to be an entertainer, because that's mostly where it lied. It didn't really lie that much in my personal life. You know, I tell people all the time, I feel like there was never a closet. Like,
yeah, because let's talk about the gay life here, which we both were a part of at different moments of it, at different moments of it. So like, what was your experience like in the gay life?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so when I was 13, listen, I was ready. Okay, when I was 13, I wasn't okay. Well, I've always danced. I've always been in groups and stuff like that. But when I was 13, I was in a dance group called For You to Envy. And in For You to Envy, I met the first gay people I've ever met, which was basically,
shout out to them.
Yeah, like all the dudes.
What the hell does that mean? What do you
like
mean
all the guys were gay? Yeah, all the guys were gay. Like but like
he met the girls.
Yeah, right. I know, right? Yeah, and one of those guys, his name was Virgil. He passed away like 2000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He did. Wow.
Yeah, I think it was 2005. He passed away 2005.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyways, me and him became really close. Like that became like my brother. I called his mom. Like we became really, really close. And he just he was a couple years older than me. I believe if I was 13, maybe he was 16. He just showed me the life.
Yeah.
At a very, very young age. He was sneaking me in the triangle.
Yes. snap.
He was sneaking me in the triangle. It was a club. It was a gay club. It
was a gay club in the city.
He was sneaking me in there. We used to go to these parties at this dude named Marquis' house on Pasadena. I don't know if you ever been to Marquis' house.
No, I've been to Robert House.
That was what I was gonna say next.
Yeah,
because
okay.
Robert came a couple years. I think I started going to Robert House when I was like 15. When I started going to Robert House,
I was 17.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that was a trippy moment for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my gay life was pretty sheltered because I went to Beecher, right?
Okay.
And so like Beecher was, but like back then, like Beecher was like its own closed little community, right? So like I wasn't going to like Northwestern and Southwestern and Northern and stuff like that to like hang out. Like I was just in Beecher.
Yeah.
And so like when I was just in Beecher, and shout out to, because I mean it is what it is. Shout out to Jamari. And R.I.P. Baracus. Those two.
Baracus, my baby.
I know those two introduced me to a lot of the gay life, and they took me. I went to Robert's house with them, and it was a trippy experience for me because I walked down them stairs into that basement. I saw people dancing. I was like, "What is this?" And then, I didn't know what J-Setting was.
Oh wow!
I didn't know none of that. Like, so I saw some of that. Like, it was a new environment for me because I was just like this sheltered gay kid who was like absorbing media, and was on Black Planet. Shout out to Black Planet.
Shout out to Black
it was
Planet.
On Black Planet looking at some men pages and whatnot.
Exactly.
But never really experiencing anything until like I met Jamari and Baracus, and they had took me over there, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Really?
I got scared. I was scared.
Really?
I was scared. I was terrified.
I was scared when I was 13. By 15, I was like, we in here. What we doing Saturday? Let's go.
You love it. You love to see it.
Let's go.
I was not like I was too shy and timid.
Yeah.
Like, and it was a foreign world to me, and I was like, this is happening in Flint. Like, where the fuck? What? And
I wasn't too shocked because I did, I had straight friends obviously when I was like a preteen, and still my early teenage years as well, and like the whole teen club house party.
Got you,
know what I'm saying? So I still kind of seen the same things, but it definitely was a culture shock when I will go do like gay shit and see it in gay.
Right.
You know what I mean? In
That's
gay.
In gay.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing.
I still was
In
like,
gay.
oh shit. You know, even till this day when I see things like that, I still get a little. I be like, oh,
We gay today. We
yeah.
in gay.
I be like, oh, but then I be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's
Okay,
But
that's
when
just the life.
Yeah. It's still kind of like, okay.
Like I remember going to the Triangle and seeing my first drag show.
Oh my god,
I was
fucking
like,
love drag queens. You guys,
I
beautiful.
love drag queens. Not right. Shout out to all the drag queens
Yes,
in Flint and
fucking
across the world.
beautiful. There was like a drag
Amazing
show.
people.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Or Sunday?
Yeah, it was Saturday, Friday or Saturday.
Yeah. It was a drag show. I wish I could have went.
Me too. He told me about it like the last minute, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Why do you do that? Why do you do that?" But yeah, I saw my first drag show. I went with Napier, and I went with Napier and my friend Dante, and they had got me a drink called a blue motherfucker.
A blue motherfucker.
And I was like, "What the fuck is a blue?" That bitch was good.
That's some Flint shit too. You can't ask for no blue motherfucker nowhere
I was
else.
like, "What the
I
fuck
don't
is
think
a
so.
blue motherfucker?" And I got it in the drag show, and I got my life together after that because I was just like, "Wow!" I was like, "This
Yeah.
is crazy."
Mhm.
But I feel like I always had to be fly when I went to the Triangle.
100%. You know, gay people, we are critical. We are. And I say we because it's all of us. It's all of us. You know what I mean? We're like,
because being gay and being in gay,
yeah.
and the key and the T is hot.
Being
Every
in
day,
gay.
all day, and
Oh
it
my
just be like,
God.
we got to do better than this. We got to do better.
Yeah, definitely.
Because gay people will talk some shit.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
some messy shit at
Mhm.
that.
You know, I think I just think it's just rooted. You know, it's like
Rooted in what?
I don't fucking know.
Messiness rooted. Rooted in eternal
I don't
self-hatred.
know.
What
I
is
don't
this?
know. I just think it's just rooted. It's just naturally in all of us.
It'd be like, girl, you see that bitch with them? She thinks she coming up in here looking good. Hey, girl, like what
I don't
the fuck?
I don't like the messy one. I don't like the messy girls. But I love the girls that like.
Yeah, what do
You
you
can
like?
You can like okay, so like in the straight community they call it. Remember in like the early 2000s they called it blazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like
I still use that word every now and then.
I'm so stuck in the 2000s. I say everything from the 2000s. It's horrible. But yeah, I like the girls that can like blaze, but it be funny. You know what I mean? Like nobody takes that shit too personal. You know? Yeah, I like those.
You don't like the girls who be reading bitches for filth.
Not like
for filth.
not being messy about it, but like, you know, it being funny. You know, I feel like it's a comedian. You know, you're a comedian when you say something offensive, but it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, you're not a comedian if you say something offensive and it's not.
We gonna have to get that together. We really gonna have to get that together because we a mess when it comes to stuff like that.
We really are.
So like, what was some of your messy experiences in the life?
Oh my gosh, I don't really.
Were you messy? Because when I interviewed Napier, I was like, listen. I was like, you was like Britney and Kevin chaotic out here. He started dying laughing. I was like, nigga, you was in like so much drama all the time, and he knew he was in some shit. I'd be like,
I never really was in drama though. No, I wasn't. I was pretty boring.
Because it's easy to get caught up in like gay drama.
It is
so
yeah.
easy.
Yeah, I never was really in the drama. I think I've had like one super gay drama experience where like I was dating somebody and they were like sleeping with somebody that we both knew, but like someone that was a friend. It was a mess.
It always be like that.
I know, right? It's always
gay people always had these friends,
right?
Gay uncles, gay daddies.
I'm about to scream because that was the situation. It was supposed to be like a gay daddy.
That's my
you know
gay uncle.
Yeah, and it turns
like,
out he was fucking his gay daddy and shit, and that was like a whole. That was like a whole debacle for like a year. Oh my gosh, I was so happy to get out of that whole thing.
It'd be like that. We do
Yeah.
that. You know, one thing.
But we're still cool now. We're all still cool, actually.
We're cool.
Yeah, we're all friends. It's fine.
One thing that's also peculiar about about the gay life, and I won't say it's not peculiar and it's not exclusive to the gay life, but I noticed that queer people have a notion to do things with older people.
Yeah, my first boyfriend, I'm probably about to get this nigga arrested.
We ain't saying no names though. We ain't saying no names.
I had
like that.
just turned 16. Like,
yeah, he was like what, in his
20s? 20. I think I had just turned 16. He was 20.
Yeah,
he was 20.
That makes sense.
And then I think he turned 21 in like November. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, like, I was messing with, like, what was I? I was like,
you know him too.
You, oh,
yeah, you know.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
we gonna that might be off camera tea. It's off camera tea.
We're not gonna say we're not gonna say names.
Yeah, we're not naming names.
We're not gonna say names. But you just talked about him, the party.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh, that is off camera tea.
Yeah.
But let me see. I was I was dating a dude who was like 45.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like,
what
18.
Is that? What is that? Because like that's not, like you said, it's very.
It's not exclusive to queer people, but it happens a lot.
Yeah,
with queer people.
It happens a lot.
I don't know.
And it's usually always like the first or the second.
Yeah. It always it's gonna happen. You're gonna fuck with somebody who's older than you. I feel like one of the reasons is because, you are exploring this world and you kind of feel like you need some stability. And
that's a good one.
That older person can give you just not all of it, but just a little bit of stability.
I was thinking daddy issues, but
I mean that's probably that. That's probably that too. I mean, daddy issues, probably acceptance issues. You've been doing this for like 2 decades long.
I was gonna say, if I can throw in anything,
yes.
Obviously I'm straight.
Yeah.
From what I hear,
okay,
it happens
put that
lot.
out there.
But no, it happens a lot where guys who are learning stuff the first time, they go to more mature guys because they know what they're doing. They've been doing it and they know how to live that kind of life. Yeah. Just from like the shit I've read and stuff, and then also like
that makes
it's
sense.
the same thing with young guys too. A lot of guys who are 16, they have that mommy fetish, or they have that stepmom fetish or kink or whatever.
Step on me, mommy.
Like, it's just like it's like one of those things where it's like the idea of someone who knows what they're doing when it comes to a sexual partner, and that like they could please you just from their experience. I think it has that security in it of like, well, if it's gonna be my first time, I would prefer it to be someone that knows what they're doing, so I can learn the correct way and like the right way.
Yeah.
So where are you now? Would you go up or would you go down? Where are you at now?
So this is a dynamic that I'm trying to figure out. That I don't know why, and this has been a dynamic in my life for a while now. So like, I noticed that I attract older women, but younger men, and I don't know why. I don't really know what that is about. I've never seemed to run across older men. I always seem to run across younger men. And younger as far as like 5 years going down.
Okay.
Yeah. And I always run into older women who are like 10 years older than me. Like
really?
I attract a lot of women in like their late 30s, 40s, and 50s. But I attract a lot of men who are like in their early 20s.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Basically the same. A little younger. It's so weird though, cause like on like Twitter and like Instagram and stuff like that, I get a lot of like young ass niggas hitting me up, like super young, like 17, 18, 19, like that. But I think it's because then when I say my age, they be like, "Oh damn, I thought you was like my age," So I think it's because I may look young. And but I think I think I attract younger too because I feel like I just have like a youthful spirit.
I think that's what it is for me. Like one of the things that I learned is wait.
If you definitely, I'm so sorry. Wait, you definitely gave Kiki Palmer. It's like
wait, cause no. I will not let you leave if we will not talk. Let me turn to you so we can have this conversation.
I'm scared.
Let us talk about the experiences of queer men with straight men. Now, let me let me give context to this conversation, right? When I was, let me see, I'm 31 now. When I was between 24 and 27, I ran into a lot of heterosexual men who knew I was gay, right? Who had preconceived notions of what being gay meant.
Oh my gosh.
And what it looked like, right?
Yep, 100%. Keep
and
going.
then the more they got to know me, and the more they found out that I was just a regular nigga, several reasons why. One, because I was smoking weed at the time. I could drink. I played video games. I like anime. I could do sports. I could do this. Basically, I could do the same shit they was doing. Doing the same thing.
Yeah, because I do all those same things.
Do all those things,
yeah, exactly.
right?
Grew up playing sports. Well, not all of them, but like I dibbled and dabbled. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, and so it's like sooner or later they find themselves liking you.
Yep. Yeah.
And they cannot explain why they like you, but they like you. And you know, and y'all can feel that there is this connection here, but it won't go any. Some might try, and some do try.
Yeah.
But for the majority of them, they won't go any farther because of the label that is known as gay.
That's gay.
Talk to me about those experiences, because I ran into those experiences.
That actually has been my experience since.
Damn.
Like literally
since in gay.
Yeah, since I love that. And since in gay, in gay, that has been my experience. Literally, like I feel like my whole entire life. Even when I was younger, having just like a regular ass best friend, and then your best friend knowing like, I know my best friend's gay, but we cool, blah 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 blah.
Right.
But still being able to experience like regular nigga shit,
right.
With another gay guy, it's so weird that it does kind of fold out into this almost relationship type shit.
No, it is a relationship.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It is a relationship.
Yeah,
we just don't
like
call
that.
it a relationship.
You just can't call it. You're right. You just can't call it that. But yeah, no, I've had those experiences my whole life.
So like, what does that, in your experience, what does that tell you about the relationship between men in general? Like what does that tell you?
Well, okay. So let's take gay off the equation.
Let's do it.
Heterosexual men they feel like they have like this weird responsibility to other men in general.
And what is that responsibility?
Yeah, I think
in your opinion, what
in
you
my
feel
opinion,
that responsibility is?
Like okay. So like how they how a guy would treat his guy over how he'll treat his girl.
Because that's the thing too.
You know what I mean? I see that in a lot of straight men too. Will rather be around like
they niggas.
Is that not weird? That's weird as fuck to me. That's weird as fuck to me. You know what I mean? If I had a girlfriend, I would want to be around my girlfriend all the time. I wouldn't want, you know what I mean? Nigga, I'll see you later. Okay. You know what I mean? Like it's time to go, right? But I feel like men have this I'm trying to explain that response because I feel like that's a really big topic. That's a really good topic of like a responsibility to each other that they have towards each other.
But won't in a sense acknowledge or recognize it for what it is. What it is that
like nigga, you like him. You like him.
You took the words right out of their mouth. And I was like, nigga, you love him.
Yes.
You love him.
And that's okay.
And not romantically, but you love that nigga.
Exactly.
You love him.
Exactly.
Like that's your nigga.
Yeah, there's some type of affectionate bond you have with this person. It's so funny because I can always tell when two niggas got it too. And it's so funny. I just be in my head.
Let me
I can always tell when two guys got it. And I feel like black men have. Well, I don't know, but I feel like black men
call it what it is.
I feel like black men have that issue with understanding that. I feel like white men have found out about it and they understood it and then they named it bromance.
Yeah, I would, because there's the privilege of being white allows you the privilege and the freedom to be able to explore that and not call it gay. Yeah. Whereas being black or just being somebody non-white, you're technically not afforded that. I won't say you're not afforded, but in this game or this role of society that we feel ourselves that we're in, we don't get allowed that same privilege and respect and opportunity and freedom to call it a bromance or whatever. But we do call it a bromance. We just don't call it a bromance. We're like, no, that's just my nigga.
That's a good one.
We just like, no, that's my nigga.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's my nigga. That's my bro. That's my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, we know this because we interact with straight men all the time. And so we see the relationships that they build and just be like, nigga, you love that nigga. Like, nigga, if that nigga, something happened to that nigga today, you would cry. You would cry. You would be upset. Yeah. Like, let's just be real about it. And so for me and my perspective, it shows how much niggas just really want to be around other niggas, and how much niggas just really enjoy.
Niggas love the company of other niggas.
They niggas do,
and that's okay.
And I'm like, niggas want to be hugged up with they niggas. We laughing, but I'm so serious.
Did you hear that laugh? I laughed from my gut.
Listen. I have held both straight and gay niggas in my arms. I kid you not. And niggas just need that moment of affection and touch and love and care.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
definitely. So do you think I also think because a lot of, as the years has gone on, gay has not just gay, I'm so sorry. The LGBTQ acronym have expanded so wide, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, I think for a lot of men, they think it's only 1.5, and the half is bi, because a lot of people don't believe bisexual is
this
a
is
thing.
true.
It
is a thing.
So I say it is a thing. So I say 1.5, but there's so many other avenues that can express how you feel about certain thing. Pansexual, demisexual.
Right.
You know. So
I mean,
I think maybe some guys be a little demi. You know what I'm saying? A little pan. You know.
Well, I'm just
saying.
What
I mean?
But I mean, that fear of that label, right? I don't want to be gay. I don't want to be nothing but this. I think just really kills us. Don't you want happiness? But you got happiness here with this nigga who you see. Wait, hold up. Let's just get even more crazy with it. Okay. Ain't it crazy? So you hit it on it perfectly, but we about to just blow this bitch up.
Boom.
Like,
Explosion
Isn't it crazy how? Isn't it crazy how? Now you made me laugh because I was imagining explosions in the back. I was imagining explosions in the back.
Oh, like exploding in the back.
Oh my god! But like, okay, here we go. But isn't it funny how like niggas will? And you said it so clearly, like niggas will want to be around they other niggas more than they woman, and it's like, but like, so then the question becomes, well, why is that? Why do you like hanging around this nigga more than the woman you say you want to be with?
I think it's simple. We just make shit complicated.
And what's the simple word?
Around him because you like him. You like being around him. When you're around him,
you feel things.
It makes you feel
happy.
Good. You know what I mean? You're happy.
You're happy.
You're happy. You know, and I feel like a lot of people in general don't even know what happiness feels like.
True.
So they don't even know that they're happy. They don't even know what that feeling is.
Right.
You know, they're like, they just think,
and they run from it.
Yeah.
Like they will run from it.
They run from it. They run from that feeling, which is why probably a lot of them do get girlfriends.
Ooh.
That was your phone.
No, that wasn't my phone.
Mine on silent.
That was, I don't know who phone. I was saying oop at what you just said. That's what I was saying. Like oop.
Oh.
Damn. That's I just had to bring that up because I was getting ready to say something and I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. I was like, that's a huge thing that happens in the queer community, right? And just the stigma of that gay niggas are inherently more feminine. Which is not true at all. And another myth is that y'all think that gay niggas won't whip y'all ass.
That's also
also very false.
yeah.
Because think about it like this, like, right? Like, when you think about,
I had to fight all my life. I'm just kidding.
I can't stand you. But like, let's talk about like being like growing up black and queer in the hood, right?
Literally.
Like that's
fought every day.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Yeah.
And especially depending on what kind of household you grew up in. Like
Exactly.
if you were overtly gay, then everybody who walked up in that house, whether it be friends, whether it be relatives, whether it be your mama's friends, whether it be the dope dealer, you know, whatever, knew you was gay and knew you played for the same team. I think one experience that really showed me that is when I was talking to this dude last year, and I had went over. He was staying with his mama, and I had went over to the house, and we was chilling. And something that I had never experienced before was laying up with a nigga on the couch, and his mama was sitting right there.
Wow, I've never experienced that either.
I've never
experienced that.
It was trippy.
Really?
It was a little trippy. I got comfortable with it, but it was trippy.
Yeah,
I never experienced that. Like, we laid up on the couch, and like his mom is laid up on the couch too. Yeah. Not with somebody, but she's just like by herself, on the couch. And I was just like, this is wild. Like, nigga laid up in my arms and everything. Like, I'm rubbing him. Like, we all watching the movie.
Snap. Oh snap!
Well, but that's
watching Rush Hour 2.
I wish.
Damn.
I wish. No, it was like a horror movie. I can't remember. It was a horror movie that scared the fuck out of me for at least 48 hours. We'll never watch that movie ever again. But like, everybody who came up in the house when I was there just knew he was gay and knew that I was with him on some level, and just was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And just like accepted it and walked in and out, whatever business that they had there, right? And so it's like.
Love it.
That's the thing, like, especially when you black and queer in the hood, like those things you experience every day. Every day.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't want to be laid up again. It's winter season. Got a little big.
It's cold outside.
Okay, I've been working out. You know, I want to hug somebody right quick. All right, moving on from that. So let's talk about some things with you. So recently, you put on Facebook that you wish that some of these rap niggas around here could be just a little gay. Not even whole gays, just a little. Just got a little gay tendencies, y'all. And then you was like, somehow it would all be so simple. Maybe I'm just adding that. It would just all be so simple. And I'm like, I read that. Let me tell you what I did. I read that and I started cracking the fuck up. Because I said the same thing in my mind. I'm like, you know, some of y'all out here, if y'all don't know y'all play for the same team, y'all play for the same team on some level.
Probably.
And I'm like, it would be so. And then I liked how so naturally I'm nosy as hell, so I read the comments. Read the comments. And somebody said something that I sort of maybe I guess the word I'll use right now is sort of fantasize or romanticize, right? Because you was like, you know, y'all could be like a power couple if you like dated like some rap or another music person. And so I think about that myself too. I'm like me writing and me dating a rap nigga, like the genres and creative talent just merge together so well. Like we could really just be out here on some boss shit.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So like, what was the give us the tea on that status?
Okay, so the status was honest to God random. The status was really random. The status has nothing to do with anything.
You sure about that?
Anything or anybody? Yeah.
Okay.
It was really just a random status that I thought about because I was just like, because I do think about that shit sometimes. I'm like, damn, like I would love to date a rapper. And we just be out here crushing shit.
And I mean, listen, and let's just, some of these niggas is kind of cute, kind of handsome.
Exactly.
I mean, y'all look good.
Exactly. You know, and I just be like, just a little gay. The little gay part is what everybody thought was funny because it was like a little bit. How can you be a little bit?
Just a smidgen.
Because I was just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, just gay enough to, I mean, obviously
be in a relationship.
Yeah,
right. But I don't know if that's a little gay. That's a lot of you gotta. That's a commitment.
I guess that's where everybody was getting
that's
at. Like,
commitment
what are you talking about?
at that moment.
I just thought it was a little bit, but no, honestly though, and I probably don't even see. I probably don't see it as a big deal because I am gay, but I honestly just don't see it as a big deal. You know?
I didn't see it as a big deal. But I thought it was funny.
I just like I feel like you should just be able to like who you like. You know what I mean?
True,
like,
true.
That's my nigga.
Well, listen, because I'm not gonna name no names, but I'm gonna drop some quick So I'm just gonna drop some quick non-disclosure tea. Oh, there's like two niggas, two Flint rap niggas who I think is very, very, very attractive and who I vibe with really well. Who sometimes I'd be like, damn, like if you play for the same team, at least
it'll go down.
Let's go down in
Period.
the DMs. You know, like even like and they might play for the same team, but not publicly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm not about to date no DL nigga or no nigga who don't know who they are.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. You only need one or two tries at that to realize that ain't what it is.
It's not what's popping.
And like there's one nigga in particular who every time I see him, he always give me this incredible smile.
Yeah.
And I just be like, bro, I will lop your ass up right now. Stop smiling at me like that, nigga. Stop showing me them fucking beautiful pearly white teeth.
Really?
Motherfucker.
I really got pearly white teeth. Let me think.
Shut up. That's also off camera tea. Which is so funny that I'm talking to you about this, and I had a dream about the other nigga this morning, and I was just listen, it was such a random intense dream. And not to give any like sexual hints of the dream, but like cuz something sexual did happen, but like we was like getting it on in the most versatile way possible, which was beautiful for me. I was like, let's get it.
That's progressive.
Progressive as fuck.
Rap nigga in the dream. Okay,
but also as well was like we was as much as we was getting done was as hard as we was trying not to like let everybody else who was like trying to knock on the door, like his niggas, in. You know what I mean? Like, and it was so funny because it was just like we was getting it in. It was amazing. It was beautiful, but like at the same time, it was just like, all right, it's like yo niggas, like yo niggas, they like gonna like, hey bro, like you good? Like what's going on? Like like you ready?
So funny.
Like, and I woke up from a dream. I was like, wow. I was like,
this is so funny.
So like, are there any like rap niggas who you kind of got like mild crushes on and shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
Kind of.
A few.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A few.
That's just human nature, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just human nature.
Right.
Like, let's not stigmatize this, y'all.
Exactly.
Like, this is just human nature. Again, some of y'all is very attractive men out here.
Exactly.
And
it just is what it is.
We might want to have relations with you.
Relations.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about that Family Guy moment.
No, that's
intercourse with you. Relations. Intercourse with you.
But no, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas cute. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
niggas is cute.
It is what it is.
Niggas
you know what I mean?
Cute.
Let's be honest. You're not fine unless a gay nigga say you fine anyway.
Well.
So if you've never been told by a gay nigga that you fine, then sorry to tell you.
Okay.
You're probably not.
Oh. Miguel, you fine. I just want you to be comfortable in the room.
I was just gonna say last week you were just saying I'm a good looking dude.
Yeah, I was like, Miguel, you fine.
Miguel's handsome. I don't know if anybody can see him on off.
We can't, but just know.
Just know.
Just know.
He's a handsome guy.
Miguel is a handsome guy.
It's not.
Yeah. He got a girlfriend, unfortunately. So.
Hey, girlfriend.
Okay, hey, girl. Right, I waved at her last time. I was like, hey, girl. We not trying to steal your man. Maybe a little bit, but you ain't got to worry about that.
Exactly.
You ain't
not all the
that.
way.
Not.
Y'all are funny.
This is the messy gay shit.
Wait. Because that's what. Yeah, that's
this
where that falls in line.
Yeah, this is
not all the way.
This is the messy gay shit. Like, we ain't not all the way, but just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a little bit. So this leads me into the next part of this conversation.
Boy, I'm so wetting.
Cause let me let me just pull this on right quick.
I am sweating.
So you the very next fucking day. Let me just pull this up on my phone so my things is correct. On November 22nd, you said, I want to date a rapper, but y'all scared to be a little gay. That's what he said on Facebook, y'all. Then, November 23rd, Furillostar puts on Facebook that he is in a relationship. Can I say his name? Well, it was public.
Yeah.
He was in a relationship with a guy named Hi Jones.
Yeah.
The very next day. And so I'm here to figure out, are you trolling the internet with this? Because we live in a very troll society. And it's just so very convenient that on one day you talk about, you wish you could date a rap nigga and y'all could be a little gay. And then the next day you pop out with a whole ass relationship with a rap nigga. So let me get real gay. Bitch, what's T?
Hi, Jones. Hey, what's up?
Hey, somebody I don't know yet, but hey.
Hi, Jones.
Look at how he's smiling.
What face?
Look at how he's smiling. In post, I just want you to know, in post, we gonna zoom in on that. He's gonna zoom in on that. And then y'all see how he touched the mic. He was like, "Hi, Jones."
Wait.
Hi, Jones.
Wait.
That's listen. You on candid camera. We got you.
Wait.
So you really like him, huh?
We
Look.
are. We've got really close in the past couple months. Yeah.
Oh, so this is something that's been happening for a little while.
Yeah, like half of a year.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Like half of a year, honestly, I think.
Look at this whole body language move sequence. Yo, are you nervous to talk about this?
I think a little bit. I think when two people just fucking care about each other, two people just fucking care about each other, and it's just prominent that we gives a fuck about each other. Yeah, and I think it's not like.
Look at him carefully choosing his words, y'all.
It's not,
Wow, this is serious.
We just fucking care about each other. That's it.
That's
We
it.
just fucking care about each other. Yeah.
That's
we
it.
just care about each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're really friends too. Like. Like.
I'm listening.
Like,
when I'm saying
that's my best fucking friend. That's my best fucking friend.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm quoting the Noah's Ark movie. That's so cute.
Oh, I fucking love Noah's Ark.
That's so
when we were talking about like your first gay like TV, it was mine was Noah's Ark. But yeah,
I didn't find Noah's Ark till much later.
Really?
Yeah, but now I love Noah's Ark.
I literally revisit it often.
So
yeah.
What? Because see, what's interesting about that relationship post is that it's not you and then him. It's him and then you. Yeah. So what was the moment where y'all was just like, okay, like we about to go public with this? Like, what happened with that?
I think it was a conversation.
as it should be.
Right, yeah. It was just a conversation. And then he's just like, I'm gonna do it. He did it.
Oh, yeah. Because that's that distinction. He did it because his name is first. Yeah. And so, how did you feel about this announcement?
I said, period. The fuck? No, I'm just kidding. Well, in a way, that's kind of was the.
I know that was the vibe of that was somewhere in there.
The vibe was definitely somewhere. The vibe was definitely somewhere in there. No, I think I was a little nervous though, because I was just like, Facebook can be fucking stupid as fuck.
Facebook, social media can be toxic.
Yeah,
can be toxic.
Stupid as fuck, And then I was just like, well, like, people say stupid shit, and I kind of just didn't want that.
Were you worried about of course you gonna have.
And it wasn't really for me because I didn't care,
Right. I mean, obviously not, because you probably wasn't saying shit.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh wait. So wait. Hold on. So he initiated all of this.
Well, no, I think we kind of both initiated. It was something we both talked about. Yeah, it was something we both talked about.
So maybe I need to get him on here too. Ha 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 ha. So like, does he identify on the spectrum, or is this something like, y'all just found yourselves mutually attracted to each other, and this is something that he felt comfortable in wanting to explore, and figure out, if his feelings in the matter.
I'm trying to think. Is that a his question?
That might be his question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Respectfully,
yeah.
that's a his question.
That's a his question.
Well, then we're gonna have to bring this man on this podcast to talk about such questions.
Yeah. Hi Jones, come on, get on here.
So you like him?
That's my fucking best friend.
You avoiding the question?
That's my fucking best friend.
Motherfucker.
You my best friend, nigga.
Zoom in on that.
You my best friend.
You his
nigga.
best friend. That's my best friend. Yeah, real bad. Okay, so let me stop.
Yeah.
So you said this conversation has been, or y'all have been conversing for the last couple months. Like, how has that journey been for you? Because you are a very public individual, right? And I would probably say maybe more so than him.
Yeah.
At least at this time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He don't post shit.
Right, he probably just some low key chill ass nigga or whatever. We really gonna have to get this nigga on here. But like, how's that journey been for you? And how have you hid that for so long?
Because he like he is a friend, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's not like we met on motherfucking Tinder, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't. It's not anything like I guess you could say like planned out. I guess I just think after you just talk to your friend every single fucking day, all day, you know what I mean? It's just kind of just like, oh dang, like, nigga, I like you.
My little gay heart. That's so cute.
Yeah.
That's
so yeah. And that's what I mean by, like, it could really all be so simple. It doesn't have to be. I feel like niggas, we with the whole label situation thing, we make shit so much bigger than what it is. Yeah. When in reality, if we was to strip, right, everything, and you can see nothing, all you will be seeing is two people that genuinely care for each other.
I'm gonna go on the record and say, because I since we started this conversation about y'all, I've been like really carefully looking at you.
Yeah.
And I think you're way more happier than you let on. I can see it in your eyes that you are way more happier than you are letting on right now, which is cool. And I can feel it. It's like, you have in this moment found somebody who gets you. And who gets you, who accepts you, and who you can have those conversations with and share those moments with. And you talked about before we even got on air. You was like, you yourself were surprised to find yourself in a relationship here in this city. Like, why? What was so surprising about that?
Well, technically, it's not in this city.
Oh, more tea.
Technically, it's not in the
Hint
city.
tea.
But could be. I think it's just surprising. Period. Because I don't think I'm not the person that just be like, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship. That's what I'm looking for. This is what I want. It's just like it genuinely, naturally was it organic as fuck.
Okay. Are we gonna see? Look, I saw the smile. You are so cute.
Thank you.
Oh, you are so. Listen, I know how love and relationships change the vibe of people, because it does.
It really do.
It really does.
It
like,
really do.
They have a whole different energy attached to them. Like, it's something that they just feel brighter and lighter for some reason, and that's what you giving off right now. It's that bright light feeling, like well, this motherfucker.
You over here got him glowing and stuff.
Listen, he was already glowing.
That's
He
what
was
I'm
already
saying.
glowing.
It's that glowing.
What? I came in this bitch glowing.
Glowing. And not just because of the lights.
Listen.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. So, like, are we going to see any, photos of the two of y'all online every once in a while? Not all the time, because I definitely am not a share all the time kind of person.
Yeah.
But, we see, like, a little photo or two, smiling, laughing.
I almost posted a picture last night, but I didn't.
Okay, that's something off camera, everybody. I'm gonna need an off camera photo of that.
I almost posted a picture last night, but I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, will we see him at like some of your performances and maybe like vice versa?
Yeah.
Don't have me cry. Don't have me. I'm gonna cry.
Not crying.
I'm gonna cry because that's so fucking cute.
And that motherfucker gonna be there. Ain't you gonna motherfucking be there?
Y'all see how he talking about his man? His man. Because that's an important distinction. You guys, that's an important distinction. Y'all see how he talking about his man, his nigga? It's a difference.
That's funny.
It's a difference. I'm trying to tell y'all.
That's funny.
Okay, well that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm happy and I'm happy and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm happy and I'm proud of you to see you continue in this journey to be happy in love with somebody who cares about you, who gets you who you can be yourself openly and honestly and authentic with. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think for a lot of us in the queer community is what we, I don't want to say strive towards, but what we want.
At least want, right? Yeah.
What we at least want to experience at least 3 times. I ain't even gonna say once.
times,
At least 3 times. Like
at least 3.
At least 3 good times in this lifetime.
Exactly.
You want to experience that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So kudos to you. Kudos to you. Will we hear some songs, in relation to this relationship on this new project?
I cannot wait for people to hear the new music.
So like, yeah, so is this an album or is this like, cause you've been dropping singles?
Yeah, I've been dropping singles. So I have 2 EPs and then I've been dropping singles for like a year.
Yeah, like are we gonna get like a full length 11 to 16 track album?
It's definitely an album. It's an album. I was like, because at first I used to always tell myself that, once again, like, I happened to unlearn shit, right? I used to be like, I don't want to do an album unless I'm signed. I don't want to do an album unless I'm signed.
You was one of them kind of niggas.
Yeah, I had like this whole idea of what's gonna happen, right? I'll get signed, I'll release an album, I'll sell millions of records, I'll get nominated for all these awards, you know what I mean? And then like
that sort of pie in the sky sort
exactly,
of thing.
You get older and be like, that didn't age well, right? So for a while, I still was just like, well, no, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just waiting, and I was just like, no, I feel like I deserve.
You
to record one.
You deserve an album. Everybody else in this motherfucker dropping albums. You deserve an album.
I deserve an album. So yeah, it's coming.
Listen, I'm gonna look in this camera and say this. We deserve a queer pop album, a queer black ass pop album from you in 2022.
Yeah.
We need it. We need it.
And it's coming. It's coming 2022 too. We're actually like pretty deep in it.
Come on. Give me one little exclusive.
You're pretty
Is there any collabs we should be looking for outside of Brila?
Outside of Brila shit.
Outside of Brila.
We always hear her.
No, it ain't that. It's just, you talked about y'all being in the studio, and I know y'all, y'all as close as y'all are. So I assume that somewhere on there, she gonna be on at least 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah. What the funny thing is, Brila's actually on every single song I've ever recorded.
This is
technically, she's on every single song. You hear a piece of who she is.
I was like, somebody got to do them background vocals.
Exactly. And then writing, she's an amazing writer. But yeah, so Brila, there is
who?
I have a record with my brother that I'm really excited about.
Okay.
Like my brother is actually like the reason, like the whole reason why, not the whole reason why, but like he's like the first person I went to the studio with. Like my brother had a few record deals back in the day.
Okay, shout out to the brother.
Yeah. And you know, watching him go through that and go through what he went through, what he went through, and you know, but like, you know, he just at some point he just felt like it wasn't for him, you know. So I always said like I really want to get my brother on the song because my brother is like he's cold, he's dope, and so I actually got him on the song. So I'm really excited about that one. Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. I have my big brother on it, and then there's some other ones that there's a few songs. No solid ones yet.
Okay.
But there are like 2 records that I know will have features.
Okay.
Yeah.
So real quick, like coming from the article that, you know, from our conversation over the summer, like has your opinion of the city changed in relation to you, like especially in the aspect of, you know, being booked for shows and feeling like you're a part of the community or the creative musical community, and being able to work with, you know, a lot of these rap and R&B niggas that's around here?
Not
Work in progress.
Work in progress. Work in progress. Yeah, not exactly, but I feel like at this point it just is what it is, you know, and I'm 100% okay with that. I feel like the last time we spoke, I wasn't 100% okay.
You wasn't. You was angry.
You know what I mean?
You was
I'm
a
still
little
like,
angry.
what the fuck, bro? This some fucking bullshit.
You was.
But like now it's just like it's fine because
Okay.
because like I said earlier, I'm at the point now where you know, if you're gonna listen, you're gonna listen. If you're not gonna listen, you're not gonna listen. You know what I mean? Like it's okay. You know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine.
Amen.
You know, I'm more of like a orange citrusy, a little spice. You know what I'm saying? And some people like they tea sweet. You know, and that's okay.
You a tequila sunrise.
Period. Period. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, tequila sunrises is good. So
I
I
can
don't know
drink
what
like
the fuck
5
is
of them
y'all-
bitches.
Listen,
I can drink like 5 of them for real.
or like some
But yeah.
mimosas.
But yeah, and it's completely fine, you know. And then you know, if people, if the city, if the officials, quotation marks, I'm throwing up, in the city, come around, which they probably will.
Yeah, because I
I'll
mean,
be there.
like
Just
in
email me.
addition to that, like
Furillostar@gmail.com, you know what I'm saying?
we're gonna get to that in a minute. And I mean, in addition to that, like your how do I put this? Your celebrity outside of the city has grown tremendously. Like I know by the time I had sat down with you, you know, you had been in paper, you had been out, you
Yeah.
had been on Billboard, and now like you had a whole takeover of somebody's social media.
Yeah.
And you know, you had a lot more outside of Flint, outside of Michigan,
Yeah.
you know, publications just talking about you, your life, your music, like didn't you? And then wait, let me see if I got this right. You also got a collab with another guy who is who's out of state, but who's also queer.
7 deep.
Yeah. Cause I saw your the little teaser thing you posted on Instagram. So I clicked. I was like, one, okay. I was like, 1, he gay. 2,
Yeah.
he fine. 3,
Yeah.
I wonder what this is
Yeah.
gonna look like.
Yeah.
And so it's like it seemed like you just so well connected everywhere else.
And it's so funny, and like that's what, man, oh my god, it's crazy that you say that, because I was aware quickly how it was gonna be here.
Okay.
So when I dived into the social media platform side of things, you know, I really dived into it, and I really did try to build those connections, because I knew that I was already limited, and I didn't want to be limited from anything else. You know, if this is what I'm gonna have to do, then this is what I'm gonna have to do. You know, and that's why I just kind of, you know, I go so hard on social media, and I make sure
You do.
You know what I mean?
You be going
Like,
hard on TikTok
the content is, you know, the content is there. You know. Yeah, thanks.
Because the content is there.
Thanks. I
The
appreciate
content
that.
is there. Well, another thing, real quick, that I want to bring up is your body positivity. Because I've been also seeing the Instagram posts and the TikToks, just like you shirtless, just
titties out.
yes, just showing it all. And I commend you for that, because I ain't got there quite yet.
Yeah.
Like I just got to the point where I feel comfortable enough like posing in like a beater or something like that. But like with like my shirt off. I ain't got there quite yet. So I like commend people like you who can.
I appreciate that.
can do
Damn,
that.
I ain't listen. You giving me another. You giving me another avenue to dive into because I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, I mean like
I'm a little plush now. You know what I'm saying?
he a little thickums.
I'm a little thick now.
I saw that pose. He's serving us thickness today.
Thickness, yeah.
And listen, ain't nothing wrong with some thickness. I personally enjoy a little thickness.
I was just showing off my new body because it is different.
It is.
You know, I've been like, I don't want to say like muscular, but like athletic built. You know, being a dancer.
And you was like in the gym with
Mateen,
yeah, Mateen Fitness.
Yeah, no, he's great. I actually missed the gym so bad I can't. Don't get me wrong, I am getting back in the gym though, but I gotta wait 3 weeks. But
boo,
I know, right? But yeah, I was just like, okay.
Yeah, but the body positivity is real because, you know, contrary to popular belief, and although we don't talk about it, but it is a conversation that's being had more, and I'm finding is that men suffer from body image issues too.
Yes.
And probably to a greater extent than women.
It's so funny. I was telling my best friend the other day, I was like, we always talk about how, tell your daughters they're beautiful. Why can't we tell our sons they're beautiful too? Like,
very true, very true.
Why is that only limited to your daughters? You know? I was like, I wasn't told that growing up, and I grew up with a lot of insecurities. You feel me? You know, and I just was thinking like, dang, if I was told like, you look great, you're beautiful, you know what I'm saying? You are, love yourself, blah 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 blah. If I was told all these things that I feel like we but that we tell little girls that maybe, you know, I wouldn't have gone through so many different insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Skin complexion, weight gain.
Right.
Yeah, like, man, we can sit here and talk forever.
Because I'm like, especially like in the, you know, I know we do this at large, society at large, which is I think is definitely
Just make sure you're talking into the mic.
Shit, I wasn't.
You could still be heard, but you can hear the difference.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, just
sorry.
said it right.
You're all good.
Like who did I tell? Like I told Joe and Xander, you know, just pretend like it's a penis, just right.
It's like right before you put it in your mouth, it kind of touch your lip.
Yeah, just a little bit, like, and he make it jump at that.
Got it. Gotcha.
Cause we do the same thing too when we on that end of the spectrum. These are true things.
It's all the same thing.
It really is.
It's really all the same thing. I get really nasty, but I am going to stop right now before I say anything else.
Please. But I mean, it's like, you know, when we look at, you know, queer culture and the pressures of body image in queer culture, like we idolize men who are that buff, macho, masculine.
100%. I still do. I have so many saved pictures of like models in my phone. Not like,
no, I was like, no, I get you.
Not like in a nasty way, but more so in like I just look and be like, oh my God, this is what I want to look like.
Yeah,
like, I want my waist like that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Want them abs. I want my chest
definitely,
to look like
definitely.
that. Yeah.
One of my Instagram followers literally just got a nice little surgery done, and it looks really nice.
What?
Yeah,
we going that hard?
Yes. And then he told me how much it was, and I was like, the fuck? I can make that in like a month.
Mateen Fitness. We gonna need you on the line.
I was like, that's it? Put me under. Shit. But,
oh, damn. I had the wrong impression. Damn.
Yeah,
just cut it all off.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was like, wow. So there's definitely pressure for yeah.
And especially being like a pop star entertainer. Like I remember, even just to bring the conversation back around to Lil Nas X, you know, I don't think he felt the pressure of it, but like
he was skinny.
And now
now
he buff. Now he didn't been in the gym and got a little muscular and got them abs, and it's just now everybody's like, oh my God.
Exactly.
You know, I think even for me, like I suffered, you know, a lot of body image issues growing up because my mom used to call me stocky when I was a kid, and I didn't.
What's stocky? I hear that, but like, what?
So I believe stocky is like you just naturally big, or you just naturally thick. Okay. Because I was always like my weight would.
So
fluctuate.
what's husky?
So
Yeah.
So
yeah.
with me like going to the gym a lot, and
Yeah,
I've
this
always
is the
been
gym-
told
this is the
that
gym
I'm
guy.
stocky built.
Really?
It means that like if I tried to get ripped up like a Marvel superhero, it'd be a lot harder for me because I have to change my whole entire body type. So when it comes to someone being husky, it means you're more of unhealthy overweight and kind of like kind of just like an all-around bigger person when it comes to body size. When it comes to stocky, it means you're strong or you have muscles, but you have like a layer of fat over it, so you don't have much definition. So stocky is like,
bitch, I'm stocky now then.
I think we both fall under, because like my mom would always, she'd be like, because I would like, sometimes I would go to her and I would just be like a little concerned about how I look, and my mom would always be like, she'd be like, no, you just stocky. But when I would go to, because you know, you go to school and you look at all the other niggas and ain't no stocky niggas. You either
it's like being built wide set basically.
which I found out that it's definitely a thing for me. And then it was like I was short too, so it was just like my stockiness was more noticeable than, you know, a tall slinky nigga or a tall fat nigga for them. And so I was just like, it took me a long time to sort of like get comfortable in my body, like, and then when I started like working out and doing push-ups and stuff, and then that stockiness really started to show.
It's like it expands.
The stockiness expanded, and I was just like, oh shit, you know. Even I think somebody asked me, was like, well, how do you feel? How do you still have insecurities and you've been working out and you look better? And I'm like, because for me, I'm so used to myself looking a particular way that now that I don't look like that, like my whole mentality has to shift over into, okay, I'm a bigger nigga now. Like I have more muscle than I have, and like what really got me is one day, and I said this a little bit on the last podcast, but what really got me was I had looked in the mirror one day. This was during quarantine. While everybody was tripping out during quarantine, I was in the house doing push-ups. I swear to God, that's what. And I looked in the mirror one day, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I got scared and I started crying. I was like, "Oh shit," because it finally clicked, and it clicked in the sense that, and it made me laugh. But I was like, "Damn, I look like one of them niggas in the hood who I used to be scared of." Cause I got this bald head now, my beard had grew out, and now I'm really stocky, and I was just like, damn, I look like that nigga who come out the porch with the white beater around, like who
the flip-flops.
and the flip-flops who want to fight a motherfucker, and I'm like, yo, and so like my friends would be like, nigga, you got big, and I'm like, no, I didn't. But it took like that moment for me, like really look in the mirror and be like, wow, like I really have gotten bigger, and I need to get like comfortable. Getting bigger.
That's exactly how that's exactly how it was for me. I've been like one size my whole entire life. You know, I got really small when I was dancing with the Pistons, because that was a whole nother.
That's a whole nother training regiment.
That was a whole nother experience. And then you know, my late 20s came and I started to gain weight, and I kind of went through what you said. They just looking at myself being like, dang, I'm so used to looking a certain type of way,
right?
You know, so me with my shirt off now is literally just me like trying to let me fall in love with who I am now, right? Because I'm not
that anymore.
17 anymore. You
right,
know what I mean?
Right.
So that's pretty much what it is. It's like, let me fall in love with who I am now and this new body. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Hold on. Like we did last. You know, you gotta get the sexy voice on.
Yeah.
That new body.
That new body, baby.
Ooh.
You see that? You see that?
He's a whole nigga, y'all. Let's not forget. He may be gay, but he is a whole nigga.
Exactly. Nigga, I'm about to go home and play 2K right now.
Don't lie to them like that.
No, I probably.
Nah, let's not lie.
No, I think I'm gonna go home and play Back for Blood. I've been playing that a lot. Have you played that, Miguel?
No, not yet. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about it, and I know it's basically like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. It's like the spiritual sequel, basically.
Yeah, it's
it's
so
made
good.
by the same company that made Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, just no different name. So
It's so much fun. If you guys want to play, just hit me up.
You better say you playing them
Because-
them gory video games.
I be scared as fuck though. I be in that bitch like
I can see you screaming and running for your life and shooting just shooting everywhere.
At the same time, yeah.
Lord help us.
Yeah,
Lord
it's
help
so
us.
fun though, yeah. And I need more people to play with because I be playing with other people like on the internet. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know them. I want to play with people I know. So I've been trying to tell everybody. I'm like, can you down? It's on Game Pass. Damn.
It is free.
Yes.
It is free. You going wait. Well, first of all, you're gonna have to pay for that Xbox Game Pass subscription.
Yes, you gotta do
though.
that first. Yeah.
So that's the first thing.
Yeah.
But that ain't that expensive.
First of all, Xbox sponsor this motherfucking video. We just plug in. Shit.
listen, please sponsor this video. Somebody, Nintendo, play. Well, we might be a little bit too risque for Nintendo. just a smidgen. But that's okay. I still love y'all.
Yeah.
But listen, we gonna end it. We gonna end it right here.
Oh, we're in it.
Yeah, we gonna end it right here with these new bodies.
I can't even say it. Nobody.
Oh well, you sound kind of sexy though.
You gotta talk from like
Oh, look at him.
your chest, but the back of your throat, like that. And then you do a little whisper at the end of all the words.
I definitely feel excited for your boo. I'm excited for him. Because if you coming at me with that voice, you getting the business.
Period.
You getting the business.
Period.
And that's the kind of energy that I be trying to get at these niggas out here.
Yeah.
But then I don't.
No?
Yeah, because people keep asking me like, why am I single? I'm like, I just ain't met nobody who can
I hate the why am I single question.
match that energy with me just
Exactly.
yet. Yeah, that's really what it is. Cause like I ain't
single.
I'm
because I ain't met my soulmate, ho.
talk my shit a little bit. I'm a bigger nigga. You know what I mean? I like to cuddle niggas now, pick niggas up. That's what I was doing in the dream, by the way. And, I like all those kind of things now. And so it's like I'm ready.
I know.
But anyway, so before we go, tell these wonderful, awesome, amazing people where they can find you, tag your social medias, anything you got going on. Let these beautiful people know what it do.
Hey everybody. No, I'm just kidding. Hey guys.
Talk in your sexy voice.
I'm Furillostar. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I had to remember all the ones I like. At Furillostar, FURILLOSTAR. Messed Up remix featuring 7 Deep is out now. Go stream that.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? New music is coming.
Hey.
Single already linked up. You know what I'm saying? But
Visuals on fleek.
yeah. Yeah. Give me a follow. We can chat. You know what I'm saying? Become a friend. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's all, y'all.
That's
Just
it.
friends. Just friends. Because
Yeah.
he taking right now.
Yeah. That's what I call my peoples too. My peoples.
Your peoples.
Yeah, they're
that's
my
your
friends.
fandom name.
It's my friends. It's actually about to change, but I'm not gonna say what it's changing to.
Okay,
yet.
so 2022, we got a new fandom
Something
name.
different. Yeah.
Okay.
I did a little vote on my Instagram and they voted.
That's what that was.
That was one of them. Yeah, I be doing a lot of votes things.
Okay. Well, before I plug in my shit, I just want to say, thank you so much for, being on the Modern Queer Podcast. Appreciate
This
your
is
vibe.
so
Appreciate
dope.
your energy.
I'm coming back tomorrow.
You will be here by yourself. Because nobody will be here tomorrow.
Damn it!
Well, nobody will be doing this podcast
this.
tomorrow, but some niggas may be in here tomorrow. Just thank you so much for, being who you are, doing what you're doing, paving the road for so many beautiful Black queer people to, step into who they are and do what they do. And I would like to extend an offer to you to be a part of the Modern Queer Magazine for season 5.
Let's do it.
That will launch 2022.
Let's do it.
I definitely want you to be a part of that great bomb collective of people.
Let's do it.
So I will be reaching out to you in 2022 for that.
I'm excited. This was so much. Thank you for having me, though. Seriously.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me. I got, we got to chop it up.
He gonna be back.
I'll be back.
He gonna be back.
I'll be back.
He gonna be back. And well, that's it for another episode of the Modern Queer Podcast. Shout out to our sponsor, Wav Village. Shout out to the homie Miguel over there on the tech crew today. It was a hilarious episode. We hope y'all learned something, got a little love. And with that being said, peace.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You ain't never met me for the moon crash. No, you ain't never labeled me as cool fast. Oh, I'm the one who brings